All right, guys. So today we need to talk about one of the most insane things going on right now that I've seen in the markets in quite some time. Obviously 2025 has been a pretty crazy year. We've seen a lot of weird random stuff going on, but what is going on right now with the Evil Geniuses Stockholm stickers and Evil Geniuses stickers in general is very, very crazy. And this is something that has been going on for a couple of months now, and a ton of people have told me about it at different times and wanted me to talk about and cover and whatever, and we've just never really gotten around to it. And over the past couple of years, there have been random spurts and random stints of one singular sticker going crazy, or some kind of market manipulation or pump and dump or whatever, but this one seems a little bit different. So we're going to be talking about this and plenty of other major sticker stuff in this video today. But of course, first I just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 skins, turn them into cold hard cash, crypto, PayPal, any other payment method, whatever you're looking for, we can help you get cash out safely, effectively, and efficiently. We like to buy anything and everything for the right price, but you guys already know we prioritize getting the big deals done. So if you have any expensive skins, gloves, knives, bolt cases, maybe you want to sell your entire inventory, whatever, hit me up and we can probably get something done. And by selling them, you're helping support me, my channel, my content, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this today. So this is Price Empire, where they tweeted out the Evil Geniuses Stockholm 2021 CSGO Holo has increased 2,400% in the past 60 days. We're talking 2 months and 2,400% gains. Absolutely insane. Here is that Steam market graph, and I actually have it pulled up here as well. You can see, obviously this is June. Today is August 3rd. This is June 29th. This thing was $1.59. Let me make sure I'm not covering this up. Yeah, and then we're talking about today's prices being around $29.80. One second, I got to get my cat off my desk before she just knocks everything down. That was almost a disaster. But yeah, this thing has gone absolutely insane. Like I said, at many different points throughout this, people have talked about it. It had I don't even know, this run up to like $9 from $1.59 up to $9, crazy. Then it kind of crashed back down. Then it runs up again to $17. Then it runs up to $34. Like, this has been very, very strange and weird. Now, at some points, I'm not totally shocked that a Stockholm sticker one is doing well. I'm not shocked that a unique sticker, I believe EG is only in Stockholm as far as the borderless stickers go. I know that there are other stuff here because Price Empire tweeted out all the EG stickers. They're like nothing but normal market activity to see here, and you can see that all EG stuff has been going crazy. You can see Stockholm, RMR, Stockholm, Rio, what do we have? I guess those are the only stickers, but all of these have been doing quite well. Multiple 100% gains for all kinds of different EG stuff. Now, obviously, EG is a organization that just has one borderless sticker. That's great. It's Stockholm. That's great because Stockholm is the oldest, probably the coolest, probably some of the lowest supply. And yeah, this is from 2021. This stuff's going on 4 years old at this point, with also low supplies, which is definitely a really good thing. But also, EG is in like that perfect situation where not only is it a unique borderless sticker, it's also a borderless sticker that you don't have to worry about more coming out in the future because they are such a. I think they're not even an esport org anymore, or they definitely had a ton of issues where they were close to dissolving, or maybe they dissolved entirely or whatever. And those are the things that I've always told people that they need to look for with borderless sticker investments. You need to look for those unique borderless sticker investments, and even more so, ideally, the teams you don't have to worry about getting future borderless stickers and stuff like that. So EG does kind of check all the boxes. Now, does that mean that they deserve to go up 2,600% in 2 months? No, obviously not. That doesn't even make sense. But I do believe that EG was probably undervalued because, again, if we go back and look at all the different Stockholm stuff right now, you will see that the EG sticker is now the 3rd most expensive Stockholm Holo, which is pretty crazy, but that's not like totally unbelievable to me. It's not totally shocking because, again, here's something like the ENS Holo. This is the ENS Holo from Stockholm. This ENS is in like every borderless sticker set ever. One, it's an ugly logo, doesn't look cool, nobody wants to craft with it, nobody cares about it. ENS is what it is, but ENS is like in they have so many borderless iterations, and they're always one of the cheapest stickers. Nobody ever cares about it, whatever. You go back to June 29th, ENS was, $1.72 it had sales for on June 29th. And again, if we go back to EG, they had sales on June 29th for $1.59. EG was, the cheapest Stockholm sticker, one of the cheapest Stockholm stickers. And to me, that makes absolutely no sense because, again, when you have something like ENS, which is a borderless sticker that we have a ton of, ENS is in Paris. And again, Paris, we know the supplies are ridiculous. So if you are a borderless sticker that's in Paris and some other sets, that means your supply is even more insane, versus EG that is a unique borderless set to just Stockholm. There is no way that it makes any logical sense why EG should have a lower price than ENT's, or I'm sure a ton of other of these stickers in the Stockholm kind of collection. So there's so many different things that could be going on here. Like, obviously with EG, is there probably some level of market manipulation or people pumping this or doing some weird stuff going on? Like, yeah, absolutely. I would believe that. Now, again, you guys know I'm not the biggest conspiracy theorist. I'm not the biggest, Chinese market manipulation person. I'm not spouting off about that stuff a lot of the times. But does market manipulation happen? Yeah, obviously. Do pump and dumps happen? Yeah, obviously. Could some of that be going on? Yes. But I do think there's multiple factors here at play. I think part of it is that the EG Holo was probably just incorrectly priced by the market. I think this was probably a little bit slept on. I think it was probably a little bit underrated. I think it probably deserved a little bit of a price pump. It should not have been one of the cheapest Stockholm stickers. So that probably played into it. There's probably some market manipulation. And then also there's just hype. Once something starts going up crazy, once something gets on a little bit of a run, everyone wants to get involved. People start tweeting about it. People start making videos. People start making Reddit posts. People start talking about it on Discord. That makes other people buy in, and it just pumps and pumps and pumps from there. Obviously now with all the 7-day trade reversal stuff, it takes longer to sell stuff. The market reacts to these things a little bit slower. I'm sure there's people who have already, bought or sold these things. We'll see how this plays out in the next couple of months and weeks. But yes, obviously, the Austin stickers coming out bordered sent a shockwave through borderless stuff. It made a lot of different borderless stuff start going absolutely crazy. And we can look at that. We see obviously this EG Holo from Stockholm. It's up 937% in the past month. Absolutely insane. But we have the Stockholm Contenders capsule, one of my favorite capsules just in general for major sticker stuff, up 34% in the past month. We have Antwerp Contenders up 45% in the past month. Even Paris, 66% gains for the Paris Legends capsule in the past month. We have Copenhagen up 104% in the past month. Again, Copenhagen is now 63 cents. This is profitable. Shanghai, crazy thing here is Shanghai, again, we don't know the exact sale numbers, the exact numbers about any of this stuff, but you do have to remember Valve actually tweeted out when the Shanghai sale was going to be ending. That kind of reeked of desperation. That kind of reeked of Valve being like, hey, these things did not sell very well. It's your last chance, guys. Come buy these, whatever. And what is also very, very promising and what makes me honestly a little bit more optimistic about major items going forward now is that the Shanghai and Copenhagen sales lasted in a stupid amount of time. These sales lasted forever. These sales were ridiculous length, and the fact that these things were on sale so long, that is a big negative. That gives more people time to buy up more and more and more and more and add to the supply and add to the supply, add to the supply. The fact that these sales went on for so long and that the Shanghai capsule can still be 93 cents and that Copenhagen can be 63 cents, obviously I still think that there is risk with borderless stuff. I'm still not dying to jump on the borderless sticker hype trains because there is still the risk of Valve deciding to put out borderless sticker stuff again. I'm sure they're going to, put out a borderless set or 2 or 3 or whatever, and then try and bring back borderless stuff and create that hype once again, and try to relive those Paris glory days of getting those sales numbers and everything. And once they put out new borderless stuff, you're always at risk of your old borderless stuff crashing down. But what's great about Shanghai is that you have already almost quadrupled your money. If you were buying these things at 25 cents or even cheaper, I don't know exactly how cheap these things ever got, but hey, 23 cents sometimes. If you had buy orders at 23, 22, 21, I'm sure they got filled sometimes. You have almost quadrupled your money. And you could literally sell right now. You don't have to hold this thing for the long term. You don't have to hold these Shanghai capsules into the next major, until the next couple of majors or whatever. So that is at least a great thing. Now, if my plan was to hold these Shanghai capsules for a couple of years, I'm sure still, hey, a couple of years down the line, these things will be profitable. But I think you're going to have a lot of ups and downs in there because every time a new major does drop and new stickers are going to come out, you're going to be at risk of, more of that stuff coming out. So I still don't know that I'm necessarily on the borderless hype train, but I do love that major sticker items are having a little bit of a pump right now, having a little bit of resurgence. Obviously, this is in big thanks to Austin, and obviously this makes me feel pretty good because this is what I've been saying for so long. I've been begging Valve, and so many people in the community have been like, Valve, we need bordered stuff. It'll help revive all the old stuff. It'll help your new stuff sell better. It'll help your future stuff sell better. It doesn't make sense to keep copy and pasting bordered stuff that people don't want anymore. But people who did take a chance on Copenhagen, people who did take a chance on even buying the Paris dip, people who took a chance on, buying Shanghai, even RMR Contenders, 41 cents right now. RMR is like memed on as being so terrible, whatever. Like even these are profitable if you were getting them at the 25-cent price point. It is an absolutely insane time for stickers right now. Everything is just kind of on fire. Now, obviously, a lot of the CS market has been on fire for a while now, but the fact that this EG Holo specifically has been going as insane as it is really, really, really crazy. Obviously, I would definitely not recommend buying the EG Holo at these prices anymore, but I would maybe recommend to go out and find some other underrated, undervalued stickers from some of these other collections. Again, one that I've always talked about is this Sharks Holo from Stockholm. Again, this is one that I don't think should be necessarily this cheap. This is a unique borderless sticker to Stockholm for a team that is, I believe, discontinued and disbanded, will not be getting any future stickers. So that is one to keep an eye out on. I also like the Big Holo. I think is decent. Godsent is another one that's okay. Also, Copenhagen Flames is pretty cool. Gambit from Stockholm is pretty cool. If we look at Antwerp, I think the Outsiders, even though it's a little bit more expensive, is an okay option. Copenhagen Flames Holo is okay. 9Z is okay. I'm not sure if they ended up getting any other stickers or anything like that. Not really anything else too crazy from Antwerp, I don't think. Maybe Eternal Fire is like okay as well. Paris, some stickers I like. I've always thought the Fluxo one is just super cool. Into the Breach is another one that I think, has maybe been a little bit underrated, slept on, undervalued for a while. We look at Copenhagen. Obviously, there's a lot of cool stickers from Copenhagen. Everyone knows about Koi. Everyone knows about Lin Vision, but those ones are so expensive. You do have some cheaper, or at least, more reasonable ones like Amcall, which is maybe not the coolest in the world, but it's at least unique. Saw, you have, Legacy, stuff like that. And then if we look at Shanghai, there's honestly some pretty cool ones in here as well, just with some of these unique designs like Rare Atom, FlyQuest, Passion UA. There are some different options there. So I don't know. Major items are in a very, very interesting spot. Like I said, this is not necessarily making me want to buy into any borderless stuff, especially that it's already started pumping and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm still worried about borderless stuff going forward in the future. But it is making me wonder and start thinking about and start considering about actually making an Austin major investment, maybe $1,000, couple $1,000, something like that. Not anything too insane. But that's something that I honestly didn't think I was going to be considering anytime soon. But at least for right now, it seems like major sticker items, borderless sticker items are back. They're going insane. Could be some market manipulation, could be some pump and dump, so be careful. But also, if you have owned some borderless stuff, congratulations. And maybe it's time to start looking at selling off or taking some profits or taking some gains or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I still don't think these are necessarily the best long-term holds. I would still probably rather be in cases overall. But if you're making money, you're making money. We can never be too upset about that. Pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully, catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.